obviously we're here at Pirelli Stadium. We can see the pitch growing behind us. How much are you enjoying your first pre-season at Burton Albion?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm very excited to be here. This is another step up for me from where I was at St George's Park, and I'm loving absolutely every minute of it.
That's brilliant. Obviously, pre-season is the big. Obviously, you've sort of come in just before the end of the season, but pre-season, is this really the first opportunity for a groundsman to sort of make their mark in many ways?
Yeah, definitely. I think coming in towards the last end of the last season, it weren't really my pitch, if that makes sense. Coming in to try and make a difference on somebody else's pitch. But yeah, this pre-season is going to be the one really. It's what I'm working towards, and this is what I'm really looking forward to.
And how happy are you with the progress so far that we've made? It
Yeah.
was torn up pretty quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're just over 2 weeks now from seeding. It's looking pretty good at the minute. The plant's quite dense and strong. I'm just looking forward to keep growing it in and looking forward to that first game.
What sort of work needed doing this summer? In the last few years, we've had drainage work done and things like that. Was anything like that needed, or was it just simple relaying?
Basically, on a fibre sand pitch, you normally turn it over, put more fibre sand concentrate in. But this year, it's just a plain and simple renovation. We stripped it off 2 corros. We've come in with the verti-drain. The spreading of the sand, 80 tons sharp sand, coming in with the verti-drain to stick those into the ground, brush the sand in, and then we seeded on top.
I called it a simple relaying there, but it's anything but, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah, it does sound a lot more than what's going on, really. Yeah.
Well, how proud are you to see where it is now? Obviously, it's not finished yet, and the pitches aren't marked out or anything like that. But how proud are you to start seeing that sort of first seed come through?
Yeah, really, really nice. I think every groundsman will approach to me and say that they agree in the fact of seeing a bare pitch, and it looks like a beach isn't the greatest for a groundsman to see, but as you can see now, the grass is coming through. We're getting a bit more excited.
And in terms of, we've got the first batch of friendlies coming up in mid-July. Are you happy with progress and how we're looking towards that the first sort of batch of friendlies, the first usage of the pitch?
Yeah, definitely. I think everything's going as planned. We've had no major hiccups. The fertiliser program's been brilliant. So credit to Nathan Scarf at GBR Immunity has been really good. And like I say, all the program's going on schedule. Not missed a feed, not missed a spray. So it's looking good.
And the team you've been working with as well, obviously the staff here, but Talbot Turf as well, they must have helped you out hugely.
Yeah, definitely. Talbot Turf, they did some long days to get this renovation finished. I know they're up against it. We're doing other clubs as well and fitted us into a small gap. But no, it's credit to the lads at Talbot Turf, done a really good job, and to our lads on the ground staff team.
What is the sort of single proudest moment as a groundsman? Is it going to be that first game, or is it this sort of stage here, the progress you can see being made?
I think for me, it'll be the first game. Preparing for the first game, first pre-season's friendly or the AFL League. I think seeing all the crowd come in and maybe putting my own stamp on the first for the first time would be amazing.
Just talk to us a little bit as well about your background, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And just as you mentioned, you come from St George's Park, but just talk to us a little bit about, how you got into this sort of line of work and things like that. Yeah.
So it's a weird one really because I finished uni at Loughborough University and I didn't really know what to do from that. So I started working at car auctions in Measham for my uncle, and fair to say I got a bit bored of the same thing if I'm honest. So it's as simple as I was sitting on my lunch break, went through my phone, applied for a job as an apprentice greenkeeper at Wilsford Park Golf Club in Ashby Way. I was successful with that, got that, turned into an assistant greenkeeper, and then I moved on to Morley Hayes in Derby as an assistant greenkeeper, and then to St George's Park as a groundsman, and here I am now at Burton Albion.
That's it's a hell of a leap, isn't it? And I mean, how many years does that sort of span?
I've been doing it for about 8 years now. Um, yeah, I'd say about 8 years I've been doing this now, so been a short but long journey, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Does I suppose it's a difficult one to answer without knowing what other people do, but does each sort of grounds person, do they have their own way of doing things, or is there a very kind of uniform way of relaying a pitch, or of looking after a pitch?
I think all everything's more or less the same. I think the only thing that changes is the fact of the way people do things differently, more eye to detail on some things than others. But as a whole, looking after the pitch, it's fairly simple, and renovation wise, it's more or less the same everywhere.
And have you spoken to sort of any of the staff about what they expect from the pitch and what they sort of are looking for?
Not really, if I'm honest. I just want to give the staff the like pitch possible, and also to the club and to the players, and that's my aim.
And you know that from St George's, you know what helps a ball roll, I suppose.
Yeah, at St George's Parlour, it's very, very nice. It's a great grounds team there. Andy and Dan have been brilliant with me. So a lot of credit to them for if it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't be here now learning the things I have learned. But learning and being somewhere like that really does put you in good stead for your future.
Just finally, you feel like you're settling into the club okay at the moment?
Yeah, I do, to be honest. It's got a lovely feel about the place. Obviously, it's my first head groundsman role, and everyone's been really welcoming. All I want to say is thank you to the chairman, Ben Robertson, for giving me this opportunity, and to everybody else at Burton Albion. It's going to be good fun.
Brilliant. Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.